This is KT Bandar, one of Pakistan's poorest, most bleak communities. No access to clean water, no sanitation, but more importantly, very little food. Standing here, you are bound to hear children constantly crying from hunger and malnourishment. Even for Pakistan, a country with more than 64 million people below the poverty line, this is a shocking reality. But for the residents of KT Bandar, this is life.
मैं स्कूल से घर आकर फिर कपड़े उतार कर मुँह हाथ धो के खाना खाता हूँ। फिर मैं जाकर चूल्हे की लकड़ियाँ काटता हूँ। फिर शाम को आता हूँ, पढ़ता हूँ, लिखता हूँ और क्रिकेट दोस्तों के साथ खेलता हूँ।
Jaffer is a grade 3 student at the TCF school at KT Bandar. His father passed away when he was very young, and while he is barely 9 years old, he must support his mother while he goes to school.
नको एड़ी स्कूल लगी होन ते मानू के खबर पए बच्चे जी के हाल चाल जी पढ़ाई जी उठने वेण जी दिसण वासण जी।
मैं TCF स्कूल में गया तो मुझे उर्दू नहीं आती थी, तो टीचर ने मुझे सिखाया, पढ़ाया, लिखाया और अब मैं दोस्तों के साथ खेलता हूँ। अब मुझे बहुत खुशी है। I am in class 3.
TCF school at KT Bandar has given its children the chance to play, to dream, and to explore all that our world has to offer. Niaz, a bright 7-year-old, suffers from a neurological disorder that affects the left side of his body. But he doesn't let his disability come in the way of his schooling. Without TCF, Niaz and Jaffer would have been one of the millions of Pakistani children roaming the streets, losing both their innocence and childhood. And while everyone agrees that education is the solution to many of Pakistan's problems, one can only wonder why the government does little to change the situation.
Every government wants to prove within 100 days that they've done a big job. Now, education has a very long gestation period, and it's only after, say, 11 or 12 years that you know what kind of product has really come out of the system. And nobody wants to wait that long. I think that is one of the big reasons.
To tackle this vicious cycle of illiteracy, a group of concerned citizens decided to take action.
1995 was a very bad time for Pakistan. I and a few friends of ours, we were 6 of us, who used to often talk about, the state of affairs and how they can be corrected. And we felt that we were part of the problem if we were not doing something to solve it. And that is what really prompted us to sit down, put our heads together, and see that what is a contribution we can make to improve things.
We had 3 possible avenues we could look at: micro-lending, health, and primary education. Some of the people again who were involved with us told us that 40% of health problems in Pakistan are hygiene related. So if you can teach people hygiene, you'll knock off 40% of the health budget. So that's why we went into education.
I think we wanted to keep a target or a goal. We didn't know at that point in time what, but we said yes, if the goal is large enough and big enough, that 300,000 children and 1,000 schools, that really looks something which people should take seriously.
TCF believes that the quality of their schools must be at par with those in the private sector. TCF's founders ensured that their schools would be built and operated at the highest standards.
Our target is to make sure that our students, our kids, are getting the same quality of education which any other school, private good school, is providing in Pakistan. And so we are against this idea of having poor schools for poor children. It has to be a good, proper school for the children that we are serving. A normal TCF school would have a computer lab, it would have a library, it would have an art room, it would have spacious classrooms, well lit, and it would have a place for the kids to play. To give them this sense of hope that the possibilities that they have in life are many.
मेरा नाम नूर हुसैन है और मैं 8 साल से इधर पढ़ रहा हूँ TCF स्कूल में। मैं सुबह उठता हूँ तो नमाज़ पढ़ने जाता हूँ, नमाज़ पढ़ के आगे स्कूल आ जाता हूँ। स्कूल से जब घर जाता हूँ तो यूनिफॉर्म उतार के खाना खा के नमाज़ का टाइम हो जाता है। नमाज़ पढ़ के फिर घर आके आधा घंटा, पौना घंटा या घंटा जितना भी सोया जाए सो गए। उसके बाद उठ के भैंसों वगैरह को संभालना होता है। वहाँ से आ जाना होता है 7:30, कभी 8 बज जाते हैं। उसके बाद नहा के अपना काम करना होता है स्कूल का, फिर सो जाते हैं। मेरा इरादा MBA करने का है। अच्छी जॉब मिल जाए तो जॉब करके घर वालों का ही करना है। घर वालों ने इतना किया मेरे लिए, इसके बाद मुझे करना चाहिए।
One of the most crucial factors leading to TCF's success was the employment of an all-female teaching faculty.
Having an all-female faculty in TCF is really beneficial because one, the parents trust females much more. They feel safer with their girls especially, where female teachers are teaching them.
Teacher training, teacher development is an integral part of the TCF philosophy and of the TCF program. We have to take our teachers initially through pre-service training and then every year through developmental training.
I think without training, if you send a teacher into a classroom, it is like sending a bull into a china shop.
TCF's original vision was to take children off the street and put them in school. They were now faced with the challenge of the same children wanting to study further at colleges and universities. Something needed to be done.
We are trying to provide opportunities to all the students who graduate. So in partnership with Standard Chartered Bank, we are offering scholarships to any student who can get admission into college.
What we've tried to do with TCF is to attend to the quality part of it by supporting students, for example, who wish to aspire for further education.
जब इनके अब्बू का इंतकाल हो गया था, मेरा बेटा किसी को नहीं देखना, अपने काम के साथ रखना, पढ़ाई के साथ अपने पाँव पे खड़े हो। अल्लाह का ख़ानदान हमारा बहुत बड़ा है। कोई किसी ने आज नहीं आके पूछा कि तुम्हारी बच्चियाँ पढ़ रही हैं, शादी करके दी अभी एक बच्ची 6 महीने हुए।
After graduating, her principal suggested that she apply for an internship at TRG, one of Pakistan's largest call centers.
मेरी जॉब द सिटीज़न फाउंडेशन की वजह से लगी क्योंकि मेरी प्रिंसिपल ने मुझे बहुत इनकरेज किया और मुझे कहा कि तुम ये TRG वाले इंटरव्यूज़ के लिए आए हुए, तुम ट्राई करके देखो। देन मैंने वहाँ पे ट्राई किया and I got selected.
Today, Kiran's mother has got her support in looking after their family, something she is extremely proud of.
अल्लाह के हुक्म से किरण ने अच्छी इंटरव्यू दिया तो अच्छा ही हो गया। ये मेरी बड़ी नेक बच्ची है, बच्चियाँ मेरी सारी बड़ी, मगर अभी भी मुझे ये अच्छा है कि मेरे बच्चे इससे भी आगे बढ़े।
TCF has become a professionally managed NGO with participation and support from all members of the Pakistani community.